Hey guys, how you going? Welcome back to Our Favorite Show. My name's Angelina, and on today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you how you can get yourself a guy. I wouldn't call myself a guy catching expert, but I have had a boyfriend, Michael, for a year and 2 months now. So I would like to think that I know how to snatch up a man. But don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed because I upload 2 times a week. That's right guys, 2 times a week. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you come back for more fun. So let's get into this video of tips and tricks on how to get a guy. So my first tip is flirting. Flirting is just like the best thing invented. Flirting, I loved to flirt. Flirting was so good. If you do find a guy attractive and you want to talk to him, just be obvious in your flirting. Don't be like too obvious, but like make sure that he knows that you're putting time into flirting with him, that he knows that you like him. So make sure you flirt with him. Keep the conversation going. If you see that he's struggling to speak, just make sure you keep asking questions, smile, laugh, just be like cute and just make him feel important and that he's a great guy, you know? So flirting is key, is the first steps into getting a guy. Next tip is just to say what's on your mind. If you've been friends with this guy for a while and you can obviously see that it's becoming a little bit more than just friends and he's starting to like pressure you, or if he's starting to put those ideas in your head of becoming into a relationship with each other, just be honest. If you want a relationship, just say it. If you want particular things in that relationship, just say it. The worst thing you can do is lie at a time like this. If you're not comfortable with particular things or comfortable at the speed of how the relationship is moving, or if you don't want to see him as often, if you just want to back off, if you want a slow relationship, a fast relationship, just say it. The worst thing you can do is lie, because then both of you are at 2 different headspaces and you need to be at the same headspace for the relationship to work. And ladies, I'm telling you, if you just be honest, the guy is going to find you more attractive and is going to want to be with you more. He's going to love you more. So that's seriously like a key tip into getting a guy. Just be honest. And if you are speaking with a guy and you guys love flirting with each other and it's just so obvious that you two want to be in a relationship, but he's not asking you and you're just waiting, I'm telling you girl, he's not gonna ask you. He's too scared. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to make a fool of himself, which is ridiculous. He should just ask you. So you're allowed to ask. If he's not asking you out and you know that he wants to go out with you, you're allowed to ask. So go out there and just ask him. He's not gonna think you're a fool, or he's not gonna think like, oh my gosh, what a weird girl. He's gonna love you for it. You're winning. But there is a but. Don't be too clingy and don't hang on to him too much. If you're just starting in a relationship and like no boundaries have been set, or you're still getting to know each other, it's still early days, don't hang on. Give each other some space. By all means message him, but don't bombard him with like dozens and dozens of messages. Like, what are you doing? Who are you with? When will you be home? Or when are you gonna come see me? Just don't bombard him with messages. By all means go message him, have a conversation with him, call him, hang out with him. That's completely fine, that's normal. But just don't be clingy. It's okay if you don't message for a couple of hours. It's actually like a secret tip. Don't message him for a couple of hours. Even don't message him for a day. Or if he doesn't message you, don't message him, because he's gonna like think, crap, why hasn't she messaged me? Oh my gosh, what? She usually always messages me now. Why isn't she messaging me? he's going to think of you more and he's going to want you more. So sometimes it's best not to message and not to cling on, because that means he's going to want you more and want to be with you. So just make sure that you're not too clingy, because that is the worst thing ever. And also just make sure you give him space. It kind of tied in with the last tip, but that's just another thing. Make sure you give him space, because everyone wants space. Also, in the beginning of the relationship, it's good just to take like a couple of hours of not messaging him, just to see if you think about him, or if you want to hang out with him, or just to see if your emotions are really true. But just don't ignore him. Don't get me wrong, like space is great and not to message him is great, but if he messages you, don't ignore that message. That's like, what the hell? Like, come on, he's like talking to you, you know? So if he messages you, obviously reply. But if the conversation is slowly like dying out, like it's not awkward by any means, but if you're forcing the conversation, just stop it. Just stop the conversation for like a couple of hours, regroup, go hang out with some other friends, go do assignments, go to the shops. Just don't message him for a couple of hours then. And that's the way to go, to be honest, because you don't want to constantly like force text message or force the conversation, you know? So if you don't message him and give him space, then it's just going to make your relationship stronger. But if this guy is a complete dick and he insults you, he doesn't message you, he's just rude to you, but on the slight occasion he gives you that attention, like, what are you doing, girl? Why are you with this guy? That's so stupid. There's so many guys out there. This is the thing. Girls, like, they hang with one guy, even though he's a complete asshole and is treating you so poorly and just so rude to you. Just dump him. Dump him now. Because there are so many guys out there that will love you for you. And it's just so silly to stay with him, because there are so many guys. And I promise you, you'll find that guy that loves you for you and that will spoil you every day, that will compliment you every day, that will just make you feel good inside. So please, I'm begging you, don't stay with those dickheads, because they are dickheads and they don't appreciate you for you. So break up with him now, and I promise you that there will be another guy coming very, very soon that's going to love you for you. So don't think that you have to be with this guy because this guy is the only guy that's going to love you. Because I'm telling you, girl, there will be a lot of guys coming for you. I promise. But if you have found that guy that does treat you right, that spoils you, that gives you compliments, that speaks to you every day, that wants to see you every day, make sure you're loving him for the right reasons. Make sure you love his personality, the way he is around others, the way he is around you. Just make sure you love him. Because I know a lot of girls that love particular guys or love guys and love just the attention that guy gives them. They're loving the attention and not loving the guy, and that is really, really bad. You don't want to love the attention and not the guy. You want to love both of those things, because it's slack for the guy if you just love that attention because you don't really love him. So just make sure, think about it, step back a little bit, and just make sure you love the guy and not just the attention. Because every girl loves attention. Who doesn't love attention, you know? And if you've had some really shit guys in the past that treated you like absolute crap, and then this one guy comes along and he's like, oh, he's perfect, you know? He gives you that attention. It's kind of hard. It's like, do you love that guy or do you love the attention? So just take a step back and just make sure you are loving the guy and the attention. And these last tips kind of just go all together. Just make sure you're loving that guy for him, and that you don't play with emotions. If you don't know if that guy is for you, but that guy clearly knows that he likes you, make sure you're not talking to other guys or not going out with other guys, because that's just really slack on your part. You don't want to do that, because you wouldn't want a guy to do that to you, so why would you do that to the guy, you know what I mean? So just make sure you respect him, respect one another, and just don't play with emotions, because that's the worst thing ever. And think, in the long run, will you be with this guy in the long run? I'm 20 now, and I understand childhood relationships when you're like in high school and whatnot, but I'm 20, and I believe if you're gonna have a relationship, then you should think that this guy is possibly will turn into my husband. There's no really point of going out with someone if you don't think that they will turn into your husband. I know other people think differently, but that's just the way I feel. It's like, if you're gonna go out with the guy for like 3 years, why would you break up with him? Like, you might have an argument, you might have a disagreement, there might be something that splits you up, obviously, and that's perfectly fine. But if you don't think in the long run, yes, I'm gonna marry him, then why are you with him? It's like, you're gonna date a guy, but you know that I'm not gonna marry him. So why are you gonna be with him? I don't know, that's just the way I think. If you are wanting a boyfriend, and I'm sure every girl is wanting a boyfriend, just be patient. And I know patient is so hard to do, but just be patient. Don't force it. Don't go looking for a guy, because that's the worst you can do. Just be patient, because when you least expect it, you are going to meet him. I'm telling you, when you least expect it, you are going to meet that number one boyfriend, that number one guy. You will meet him. I really was dying to have a boyfriend, and when I wasn't looking for one, I went out with a good friend of mine just late at night because we were both hungry, and I was like basically in my home clothes, no makeup, no nothing, and I met Michael. Yep, that's right, I met Michael. No makeup, in my home clothes, looking really good, and I met Michael, and he loved me for me. So girls, be patient. I'm telling you, when you least expect it, that guy is gonna come and he's gonna snatch you up and he's gonna make you his princess. So be patient and he will come. So that were my tips and tricks on how to get a guy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are some things that I've learned in my life so far, with the mistakes I've made. So I thought I would share it with you, and hopefully it will help someone out there. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not trying to boast or think that I am the queen on how to get a guy and these are the only steps on how to get a guy, because it's obviously not. So I just wanted to share this because these are things I've kind of learnt. And yeah, if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's always good to give it a thumbs up. It only takes 1 second to do, so click that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to comment down below. Comment, what are your tips and tricks? What have you learnt in your life that will always get that guy? And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I upload 2 times a week, and who wouldn't want to come back for more fun? If you are subscribed, you will be notified as soon as I upload, and you can be the first one here. So make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see all of you beautiful people very soon. Bye guys.